The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 719. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits. Well, hello, friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have an amazing lady on the show today. She is a K-pop star turned tech entrepreneur, and I'm really excited to have her on and share her story with us today on self-confidence. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Lola Fair. Lola, how are you today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to the listeners.
Hi everyone, I'm Lola. I am a previous K-pop artist and I am now a tech entrepreneur.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And Lola, what's your cultural background?
So I'm Korean American.
Thanks for sharing that. What'd be your favorite self-confidence quote?
My favorite self-confidence quote would be that an important key to self-confidence is preparation. And I really do believe that. It's true.
Thanks for sharing that great quote. And I agree as well. You know, when you prepare for something, it does give you that confidence boost because you know what you're doing versus trying to, figure it out on the spot. So, yeah, because I remember I interviewed another artist who she said she prepares like there's no tomorrow. And that's what gives her the confidence. So, thanks for sharing that great quote. And in your own words, how do you define self-confidence?
I think self-confidence can be many things for different people. And I think self-confidence comes to you when you just let go of perfection. And I think that's the preparation part, like where you can prepare as much, but you have to realize that you'll never be perfect. And I think embracing that gives you the true confidence.
Thanks for sharing that great definition. I totally agree. I always say practice makes progression because, perfection is just an illusion. It's like this distorted reality that we try to attain, not realizing like like we can't do it, right? So I totally believe once we let go of that and just be our true selves, we can have that confidence. So thanks for sharing that. And what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
I mean, I'm still working on my self-confidence. I'm still a work in progress because I don't think that you can ever really feel self-confident 24/7. And I think when people say I'm always confident, I think that's not true. I think that's a lie. I think self-confidence takes work. It's not a perpetual state of mind. And that's why it's so important to be mindful and to remind ourselves that it's okay that you're going through dips and valleys. Because sometimes I'll feel really confident, right? And then there's days where I'm just like, oh, I don't feel confident. And that's when I really have to pay attention to myself and just, I guess, listen to things that motivate me. Yeah, it's just reminders every day,
Thanks for sharing that. And yeah, I totally agree. I believe confidence is something that we have forever, like a forever journey, because we're always going to have new challenges. Every day is not going to be the same. It's never linear. We're going to have bad days and good days, but it's just learning to pick ourselves back up and keep moving. That's what matters the most. So what was that point in your life when you realized you can go out there and be the confident person that you are today? What was that aha moment?
I think it came as I matured. I think when you're young, you're just, you don't know, and you're always trying to get approval from peers or family. And I think you don't really realize what confidence means. And you're just thinking, well, I feel bad about myself. I don't have confidence. So I think the moment was when, yeah, with age and experience. And I think the more experience, I think it's actually good not to have good confidence, because anything that gives you motivation to kind of break down and rebuild it. And I think that's what I went through. There was a time when I had a transitional phase where I was going from being artist to the tech entrepreneur. And I think it was a huge jump for me. And I was really unsure, like, is this the right thing? Do I know what I'm doing? And it was a rebuilding process. And I think that is when I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter, because if I really feel like I have something to contribute and I'm passionate about this, then I just need to forge ahead. And I think that's when it came, like with age and with going through an experience where you just kind of like stare at not having confidence, just stare it right in the face and then realize, this isn't that, it's not going to kill me. And, I can conquer and I can understand more about why I feel this way.
Thanks for sharing that. And a lot of people feel like they can't like do something that's totally different that they did before, right? Like you were a K-pop star and now you're in tech. And most people will be like, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't have to make any sense. I mean, like you mentioned, if you have something to contribute to the world that especially will make a positive impact, then why not, right? I mean, you never know whose lives you could touch. You never know the opportunities that may come your way. And it's just taking that leap of faith, right? Even if you're scared, even if you're nervous, even if you have no idea what's going to happen, like like you said, you just did it, right? And because of that, what's your life been like now?
It's definitely, I think I'm learning to be kinder to myself and to cope better with stress and about what other people think of me. Because I think we actually have a tendency to be our own worst critics. So where if we get like negativity from outside sources, we actually, I realize, magnify that in our own heads. Like someone could say something to you that really hurts your feelings, but then it ends, you can let it end there. But then if you take it home with you and it's like in your mind and you're like making it bigger and bigger, I think that totally sets you up for a crashing and burning of your confidence.
Thanks for sharing that. I totally agree. I know I'm my own worst critic. And sometimes, a person may say something bad about us, but it doesn't mean it's the absolute truth. It's just someone's opinion. And when we can realize that, like, then we can move on. It's just, their words. And sometimes I know words can hurt and help, but we have to just look at it and move on and say, okay, if that's what they think of me, so what, right? I'm doing what I'm doing.
The funny thing is they probably forgot about it. They probably just said it offhandedly, and maybe they didn't even say anything to hurt you, but then we take it like in the wrong way. We can, and then we make it actually, we make it worse.
Yeah, I mean, especially as women, we overanalyze everything, so we just have to learn to just let go of that. And if a woman was listening to your episode and she may be in her own journey to self-confidence, what'd be that one tip you would give to her?
Definitely that it is a journey and it takes work. So you shouldn't feel inadequate when you see people who look like they have so much confidence, like we see celebrities and, all these successful people. We think they're so confident, but, honestly, they're going through the same struggles as us. I think that's why we need constant support and reminders. And this is why I always say, like, support from other women who do similar things to you, like in your profession, or even if you're a stay-at-home mom, just other moms, like someone you can relate to. You need support and you need to support each other. And that is a reminder that it's okay, that confidence can, it's up and down, and let's just support each other and remind ourselves that that's the way it is.
Thanks for sharing those great tips. And if our listeners wanted to get to know a little bit more about you and what you do, or check out some of your work, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
So I do have an Instagram account. I haven't really been active on that because I think doing a startup takes so much time. So I haven't really been as socially active on social media, but I do have a link to our product. So what I'm doing right now is an app company. It's called Qoop, Qoop. So you can go to qoopapp.com and you can see the product there. And that's about it.
Thanks for sharing that. And to our listeners, if you want to connect with Lola, you can also head on over to the selfconfidence.com and search for Lola's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else that we talked about. And I really just want to thank Lola today for taking the time to share her story and tips with us on self-confidence. So thank you so much, Lola.
Thank you, Sheena.
Not a problem. It's really great having you on the show. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of the Tao of Self-Confidence. Please subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts or Spotify to get your daily boost of confidence.